What's up, everybody? It's your favorite vlogger on the iPhone. I got a small little question for y'all, or basically a little story. So just listen up, and then I would definitely like to see your favorite comments below, or if it's on YouTube, below as well. Um, the other morning I heard this story about this guy that he was over at this chick's. I guess they met like at a bar or something like that. Or they intended to hook up, something like that. And basically, this guy could not hold his bodily functions. Now, granted in life, we all can't, hold in a little toot toot or whatever, poot poot. But in the case of this guy, he was laying in the bed. I guess they just got through doing the Freak McNasty. And apparently, the guy, had to pass wind. Now, like all people, some people can, easily slide that stuff out and, nobody's the wiser. But this guy apparently, he had to boom boom the room and thought he was going to be slick about it. But there was a little bit wet behind it. And so, as I heard the rest of the story, the guy, goes under the sheets, under the covers, and reaches his hand back behind his bottom, and sure enough, he done sharded himself. Those of you that don't know what sharded means, it's a half-ass poot with a little bit of toot. So the most scary thing was he, kind of scrunched down and looked under the blanket. I was about to say comforter, so don't get any wrong ideas, under the blanket to see if he had actually gone in the sheet, and sure enough, he blasted that sheet. And it wasn't like no little mog, no skid, no, hell to no. Dude said it was a nice big old plat, maybe about that big across. So, he goes to say, well, what the hell do I do now? Do I just get back in the bed, or do I, gather my clothes and try to jump out the window? Man, if you don't get the fuck out of Dodge, or the only other thing I could possibly think of, like cuddle with her, and then at some point in time, like roll around and y'all switch sides, and then be like, blame it on her. But like, look what you did, girl. You done scattered the bed. That story just threw me for a loop. I mean, granted, I ain't gonna lie, I've done passed tons of wind in the bed, but enough to know when it's wet and I feel wetness coming to get your ass up out and go to the bathroom. That was just a weird story that I heard the other day, and I thought that shit just, in any situation, you with some hot chick, or if you're a chick, you with some dude, and you just hooked up, and y'all was, ski, and it's just like, how do you clear that up? How do you get out of Dodge? Do you just like gather your clothes, jump out the window, and then the next day, do you be like, do you call him and tell him, or do you expect a call, or do you just keep hush hush? I wouldn't know what to do about that. That was me. I'm sorry. Only thing I can think of is like, hey baby, flip on the other side and be like, oh my damn, you done shitted. That's all I can think of. So leave your comments down below. I thought that was a very interesting story. So on that note, your favorite vlogger on iPhone signing off. Check y'all later. Peace.